Hey friends, it's Justin Adkins here for Scrapbook Cards Today with the Winter Wonderland creation using some new products from Pretty Pink Posh. I have grabbed a handful of dies, stencils, and stamp sets that we're going to use to create this really fun penguin winter scene card with some really great ink blending techniques using some fun inks by Catherine Pooler Designs. For our inks, I have selected the following color palette, and that is Serenade, Something Borrowed, Cummerbund, In the Park, and Lime Ricky. And these party inks are going to do a fantastic job when blending them on the Catherine Pooler Premium White cardstock. I have taken one piece of this cardstock and cut it into some pieces of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to use throughout this card. This paper is great with the Catherine Pooler inks. Now we're going to be using our snowflake background stencil by Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm going to get it ready by spraying some pixie spray over it in my splatter box. So I am going to do a gentle application of pixie spray and set the stencil aside to dry. I wanted to show you just it creates a nice light tack to the stencil, which you're then going to be able to press onto your paper. Use a little bit of pressure from your hands to make sure everything is pressed down nicely into place. And then once you get the right amount of pressure, you'll be able to see that because of that light tack, your paper is going to be tacked to the stencil for easy stenciling. Now I'm going to use some blending buddies. These are by Trinity Stamps, and I'm going to use them with different Catherine Pooler inks to blend a splotchy background. And we are going to start with the Something Borrowed, which is a mid-tone blue color. I'm going to just begin lightly blending this in different areas of our panel to get a nice splotchy look started. And what I mean by splotchy is that I'm going to be using colors to just blend together in a random pattern. So I'm going to move on to Cummerbund ink, which I'm going to try to blend next to the different areas of Something Borrowed, because the Cummerbund, which has a little bit of a green to it, but it's still predominantly blue, it'll blend really nicely into that color. Next, let's use some In the Park ink. I'm going to use the same blending tool that I did for Cummerbund, and I'm going to just begin blending that in a splotchy pattern as well. As you can see, I do have a color designated per each color family for my blending buddies, just to help with cross-color contamination. Moving on, we're going to use some Lime Ricky ink to be able to blend that green color into our background. I think that a lime green is kind of a non-traditional wintry color, but I do think it really helps add a nice glow to your projects. So I really love adding that. And the last we're going to use for our colors is Serenade. So I'm going to take my purple blending buddy and begin blending up the areas that are left in white on this panel with this Serenade blue violet color. I think this blends really nicely into the different colors, and here you can see we do have all of our ink colors blended. Now, placing the panel back into my splatter box, I'm going to take some Neptune Solar Spray by Simon Hurley Create and spray it over the stencil while it's still tacked to my panel to get a nice glow to my panel. So I am going to move my stencil off of my panel because it is tacked on there, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a closer look with all of our blending, how beautiful this looks, and to also see, because of the solar spray, how this panel now catches onto the light with a little bit of extra shimmer. We're going to move on to using the notched rectangle dies from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm going to use the 2 largest rectangles from this die set. I cut Tranquil Teal cardstock from the largest die and the Catherine Pooler white cardstock from the smaller die that we're going to be using. I do the white 2 times, and I'm going to just focus on using one of the white notched rectangles at first. Using the different inks that we've already used, starting with Lime Ricky, I'm going to take my blending buddy and blend the bottom of this panel. I'm trying to keep this ink to about the bottom third of our panel. Next, I'm going to move on to In the Park ink, and I'm going to use this in the center third of this panel. Once I lay down enough In the Park ink, I'm going to go back in with some Lime Ricky, add it to my blending buddy, and use it to sort of blend between those 2 colors to get a nice transition of color. Lastly, we are going to use Something Borrowed for the last third of our panel. So I'm going to apply that with a blending buddy, bring it down into the In the Park color, and then use my In the Park blending tool to just sort of blend those colors together to get a nice transition of those colors. Once I have everything taken care of, I'm going to take my distress sprayer, take the nozzle off, and splatter it onto my card panel to create some nice bleach marks from the use of the water, since Catherine Pooler inks are water reactive. Now, pulling in my second white notched rectangle, I am going to take my Serenade ink with my purple blending buddy and lightly blend the Serenade ink onto both of the ends of Serenade. So I've got it on one end, I rotate my panel 180 degrees, and then I begin blending up the second edge. And I want to do this because we're going to use this panel to build a little bit of a snowy scene using the Snowy Hill border dies by Pretty Pink Posh. So I'm going to grab two different dies that are included in this set, and I'm going to tack them onto our Serenade blended panel. I do make sure that they are different heights, one being a little taller than the other, because that way when they are die cut and I put them together, they're going to make two little snowbanks that's going to really help create a scene. Using the winter tree die set, I'm going to use the largest and the medium-sized pine trees and die cut them from Apple Mint cardstock by Gina K Designs. I'm going to take some In the Park ink and I'm going to blend the edges of these two pine trees to just give them a little bit more of an ink blended edge. Once I'm happy with how they're blended, I can now move on to assembling our little scene that we have put together with all of these die cuts. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere the first larger snowbank into the bottom corner of our panel. And with that into place, I'm going to take the smaller of the two pine trees and adhere that towards the center-ish of our card. Following up, I'm going to adhere our second Snowy Hill piece directly on top of our first, and then take the larger of the two pine trees and adhere that towards the left side of our card. Using some picket fence distress paint, I'm going to put a little bit onto an acrylic block for some easy cleanup, water it down with a little bit of water from my distress sprayer, and then pick it up with my watercolor brush, which I can begin to splatter onto our panel. And this is going to create a snowy effect across all of the images that we went ahead and put together for this partial scene. When everything is set and dried, I just love how everything looks together, and I really love how that green color sits at the bottom of the snow hills. Now for our sentiment, I'm going to pull in Let It Snow that's included in the Let It Snow stamp set by Pretty Pink Posh. I'm going to use my embossing tool from Tailored Expressions on some In the Navy cardstock by Gina K Designs, followed up with some embossing and watermark ink by Pink and Main that I'm going to be able to smush onto my Let It Snow sentiment stamp. Now I will be using frosting embossing powder on top of our watermark sentiment, and I will set this with a heat gun to get that nice crisp white on top of the In the Navy cardstock. I also love that Pretty Pink Posh has the coordinating dies to the sentiment set, which makes for a really nice clean cut when it comes to our Let It Snow sentiment. Next, I'll be using the Penguin Friends stamp set to color up this cute little pair of penguins using my Olo markers. You can catch the color combinations below. I'm then going to take our background that we blended and splattered and adhere it directly on top of our Tranquil Teal notched rectangle die that we prepared earlier in this tutorial. Using liquid adhesive, I'm then going to adhere this unit directly on top of our ink blended panel that we did earlier in this tutorial as well. I've got some 3mm foam strips by Scrapbook.com that I'm going to place on the back of our image and then also for our sentiment as well. Removing the backing of the foam tape, I'm going to put the images nicely into place on our card base in the upper and lower right corners of our notched rectangle die cuts. Once I have those portions nicely in place, I think it's time that we get this card added onto a card base. I decided to do a top folding A2 card base, and I'm going to use liquid adhesive to adhere our panel directly to the card base. Now the last thing I want to do is put some clear glitter enamel dots, these are by Pink and Main, onto our card for a little extra shimmer and shine. I like using the clear glitter enamel dots because I think they add just the right amount of detail and they don't really overwhelm the card that much, but it's really nice to see them on the card and give it a little bit of extra thought and care. You can see our card is fully completed and ready to be sent off to a friend to wish them well this wintry season. I love how these penguins look with the Let It Snow sentiment and all the different colors that we use to put this card together. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Scrapbook and Cards Today YouTube channel, and you can also follow me on all socials at Just a Note by Justin for more crafting inspiration as well. Thank you again for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful winter, and I can't wait to craft with you again really soon. Goodbye.